Let's see what's the weekly chart. Damn, that's almost it's almost no red candles for weeks. I've never seen a chart like this. Like maybe you guys have. Maybe you guys have been messing around and just making charts like this all the time, but I've not seen it. Holy moly. Even the red candles are hammers. Like that's bullish. Like what the heck? I didn't look at this until now, but this is like I want that on a shirt. Like what is that? Wow. Okay. I do want to share, oh my gosh, it's up 220% in a week. Okay. Let's just go back. Okay. So if you do want to interact and you're just like, "Hey, what website do I go to learn more?" You can go to permagif.win. So that's up here. Don't use the link for the Telegram that's on the site. I found that it's actually to the wrong channel. Don't go there. But if you go to the Twitter account, you can find the link there. So use that. So yeah. Now, the tech that they came up with is basically people who participate whenever you. So there's just GIF that exists. There's only 1 billion of them in total at the start. And you can do this technology with any token, pretty much. So you could do it with PulseX, you can do it with Pulse, you can do it with the incentive token. You can do it with coins on Ethereum in order to incentivize bridging value to PulseChain. And I'll talk about something called Pulsar maybe later in this stream, which is another like leg of this huge machine that we've got churning out huge returns for everybody. So I'll talk about that later. There's a cool video too. It's like a minute long, but we'll get into that. So GIF has 1 billion supply. Okay, it's just at that point, it's basically just a meme token. Okay, just think of it as a meme token. It could be any token with 1 billion supply. Now, what you can do with it, with this tech, call it Gifford tech, is you can convert it into PGIF. PGIF, the P just stands for perma, like for Permabull. And we call it that because whenever you convert it to PGIF, you'll notice here, say I had 100,000 PGIF, I'll be able to mint 100,000, or if I have 100,000 GIF, I can mint 100,000 PGIF if I also contribute 1 million pulse. Because for every one of these you convert, you also have to convert 10 pulse. Okay? So, what happens during that whenever you convert it? The GIF that you started with gets completely burned, 100% of it. It no longer exists. It gets sent to a dead address that can't sell it. So GIF isn't going to drop in price from because you didn't sell. You burned it, and now you have PGIF, and you put 1 million pulse in. Now, what's that 1 million pulse do that you also contributed? That goes and buys and burns your PGIF, not your PGIF, but just the GIF that's in the PGIF that is in the liquidity pool. So it's basically like you bought, you have 100,000 of this, you converted to this, and you threw in this on top. You were like, hey, I'm going to buy this extra and contribute to the ecosystem, and everybody gets to benefit from that bonus 1 million pulse because you brought up the price for everyone else and not just yourself, because you can't sell that 1 million pulse worth of PGIF. This was actually just used to buy up this supply of this coin and then burn it as well. And so you kind of added this permanent buyer to everyone who participates. And that's just the start of it, guys. Because there's been another protocol that has launched. Like, well, maybe I'll go a little bit further in this first. So, So you get your 100,000 PGIF, and you also sent this in as well, and that buys and burns PGIF off the market. And okay, here's the cool part. So in PulseX, the buy and burn only goes through basically PulseX routing. What does that mean? Okay, that means it's probably not getting the best price, and it can get front run by bots that want to buy up the price and then sell it before your order goes through. And so sometimes you barely get a buy and burn. What the PGIF team came up with, the Permabull people, was, hey, let's use our buy and burn, but let's route it through the best possible route possible by using a DEX aggregator in the code. And so they use a platform called Piteus. Go to piteus.io. So this is what Piteus looks like, and I recommend using them. They are the best DEX aggregator on PulseChain that I'm aware of, and you will get the best amount of money for your whatever you buy by using their routing. It's the best one. So it's just like a Uniswap front end where you pick one thing that you're selling to buy the other thing. So yeah, bookmark that if you haven't already. But this GIF ecosystem routes through the best DEX aggregator possible, which is actually huge. Like, you want your buy and burn to be smart. You don't want it to be, oh, I bought the bad route and I only got half the buy and burn that I could have gotten because of the code not being updated. So they fixed that part of like a leaky boat type thing where value could be lost from the ecosystem through bad routing and rewarding actors that maybe aren't part of the ecosystem, like an actor who would be the guy trying to exploit the buy and burn. So this buy and burn is basically unexploitable. That's huge. So you're getting the most bang for your buck with your buy and burn. That off the bat is just amazing for the coin. Very good. And this can be applied to any coin, guys. It's not just this coin. It's just that this is the testing ground